Growing up, I used to think that Mondays were the worst day of the week. Until I got older and realized that Mondays are what you make them. So make them strong. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here. And I've learned to make my Mondays extra special by making it Health Update Monday. It's too strong. I dedicate every first Monday of this video to give you guys my health update on my rheumatoid arthritis. As you guys can see, we do it just a little bit stronger than last week, but it doesn't come without its struggles. On my last health update, I was taking 15 milligrams of prednisone, and then my doctor told me that I shouldn't be taking prednisone. Actual footage though, I told her that I was taking prednisone and she was like, you don't need to take a prednisone, baby. You too strong. So with her acknowledging the strongness of the TheCaliEffect, we actually hopped off of prednisone and that's where the pain started. For the people that don't know, prednisone is a steroid that makes everything feel like roses, but it doesn't solve the problem. I'm not gonna lie, that gave me anxiety out of this world. I thought we were gonna go back to like not being able to get out of the bed, but actually the workouts have helped a ton. I've been pretty much able to do everything that I've been wanting to do pre-diagnosis. Granted, we still have pains here and there, but I mean, we're on the up. Now, my doctor did prescribe me to a long-term solution, a pill called hydroxychloroquine. It's a weird name. And I completely believe, since I avoided medication my entire life, this thing is working extra well. It normally takes a few months. I'm already feeling the burn. And by burn, I mean like a water burn, because the medicine is I'm not gonna explain this. This is a really funny pun. Either you know it or you don't know it. Now, some other things that I'm going to avoid that I hope you are going to avoid are cards on this particular list. In this video, not only will I be revealing cards that you should avoid at all costs, I'll even be explaining to you why I think that they are terrible investments. See, Monday don't sound that bad. You get a pun and you're getting suggestions on things to avoid. It sounds like your week is going to be strong. So of course, if you want to see more videos like this, then be sure to destroy that subscribe button, but also be sure to hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also, for the people that want to support the channel in other ways, I strongly suggest checking out my Patreon. But if you guys are buying on TCG Player, make sure to use my TCG Player link down below in the description. It really helps me out. So without further ado, let's jump on in. The crazy thing is that I have mentioned a BBW craze over the past few weeks, but players are really starting to pick up on the BBW craze. For the people that don't know what BBW means, it means Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast. No, you can't say it any other way because BBW. The Tri-Brigade strategy is definitely picking up steam inside of the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. Not only will it get support in the Lightning Overdrive set, it's a deck that's currently really good into this format. And if you guys want to know how good into this format, I actually have it on my best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Go ahead and check out that video if you want more information on it. Now, the thing about players actually acknowledging our BBWs is that's when buyouts start to happen. Buyouts that I didn't start, but I told you about. Tri-Brigade Fractal started off as a $6 ultra rare from the Phantom Rage set. That is a far cry to what it is now. In order to get a copy of Tri-Brigade Fractal, it is a $35 Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. That is completely crazy. That is close to 6 times the markup. Now, I don't blame you for still feeling inclined to pick up Tri-Brigade Fractals even at that price, because like we just said, BBW is going to be one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! But there is a problem with that. Tri-Brigade Fractal was printed in the Phantom Rage set, meaning that it's scheduled to get a reprint inside of the 2021 Megaton. Imagine buying a card at 6 times its price, only to find out that the card's getting reprinted like a month later. For that sole reason, I feel that Tri-Brigade Fractal is a card that you should completely avoid unless you get this card at a really good discount, or you are very confident you can make that negative that you are about to receive from picking up fractals at such a high price. Then completely avoid picking up this card until the Megaton. cards. One thing I have to credit about Fractal is that at least it would be a good investment to buy. The next card on this list is like, why'd you buy it? Well, if you like Warren and you like Rock, then War Rock Mountain just might be up your alley. War Rock Mountain is a field spell card for the War Rock strategy, and I'm not even gonna cap, I didn't even bother to read it. It said War Rock in its name, and that's when I kind of figured out it wasn't worth it. Seriously though, if you guys know me, you guys know that I hate to down any archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! But when you release an archetype this bad, and then you give us a sequel to it, but the other archetypes out there that actually have potential to be competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! That get completely ignored for more War Rock support, you're damn right I'm gonna be salty. War Rock Mountain won't be receiving a reprint inside of the 2021 Mega 10, but unfortunately, it's just a strategy that's not that good. Why would you want to invest $18 into an archetype that just has subpar cards? Seriously, there's so much more you could be doing with that $18. That's at least the equivalent of 1 gallon of gas in America right now. Would you rather have the gallon or the War Rock Mountain? I'll take the gallon in the plastic bag, please. I get it though, War Rock Mountain is one of the most important cards for the strategy, and it did just receive support. It probably will receive more support, but there's no reason to buy it right now. The next card feels like if you missed the hype train, then you just gotta wait, possibly for a little bit sooner than you think. The card in question that we're talking about is Scrapyard from the Duelist Revolution set. A lot of you players were still sucking on your bottles and getting your diapers changed when this card came out, so it's actually considerable that it's so expensive. I guess that would make you around 10 or so if that does ring true. Hey, physically 10 years old, mentally 10 years old, same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh players right now. We can't even read better than 10-year-olds the way that we don't read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, Scrapyard does have a very simple effect. It allows you to add a scrap tuner monster from your deck to your hand. One would wonder why exactly did this card skyrocket in price so much? It's fairly simple. The TheCaliEffect, I didn't do it. I did not do this. Scrapyard actually shot up in price because of the new Scraptor, or should I just say Scraptor from the Lightning Overdrive set. This card will actually make a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh strategies a lot better. Strategies like Orchest and Dino and I think that's it. I mean, it actually does make Scrap better, but Dinos and Orc is too strong. Now, the reason why I'm telling you to avoid Scrapyard is because it's $35 for a copy of this card. The irony behind this card is that this isn't exactly what you need to make your deck better unless you're playing Scraps, which you probably already have this card, but it shot up in price because it's a reinforcement of the army for Scraptor, which is a piece of your combo. I'm pretty sure you can get away with playing just Scraptor inside of your deck until this card is reprinted. Now, the next card is going to follow the exact same fate as Scrapyard. It's actually a card that comes from the exact same set in Scrap Chimera. Scrap Chimera allows you to special summon a Scrap Tuner monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. So if you guys are starting to get the gist, Scrapyard searches Scraptor or Scraptor. Scraptor destroys itself and grants you an additional normal summon that can allow you to summon Scrap Chimera to your side of the field, which in turn can allow you to go for a Synchro or Rank 4 play. I'm not gonna lie, the engine is actually really good. You can splash this in so many decks, but why is Scrap Chimera so expensive? If you're looking to buy a copy of Scrap Chimera, which in most decks you only need one, some you may want to play two, and I mean, I guess Scraps can play three, you're looking at $45 per copy. That is a lot for a Yu-Gi-Oh card that claims it's a Chimera, but doesn't breathe fire. It's an Earth monster. Very disappointing. Now, don't get me wrong, Scrap Chimera is a beastly Yu-Gi-Oh card, see what I did there, but I don't think it's worth $45 a copy. Actually, I'll be able to spill the beans on both Scrapyard and Scrap Chimera. I strongly feel that both of these cards will be reprinted in the OTS set. Think about it, guys. Konami supports an archetype that is years old, that only has one printing. The card skyrockets in price, and what do they normally do? They reprint it in the OTS set. Super Quantum Red Layer, Dulce Messenger Lock, Armed Dragon level 10, Deep Sea Diva. Do I really have to keep going? The really funny thing about this is if the trend continues, then these cards will be reprinted as super rares in the OTS set, meaning that you've wasted a lot of money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards that come the exact same rarity. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at your pain if you didn't listen to this video and you went ahead and bought it. And if you bought it before watching this video, well,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
the last card I want to bring to your attention is a card that I feel most players should know about avoiding, but I thought I should just give you this information again in case you were really thinking about being a hero. Evil Hero Adjusted Gold is one of the mandatory pieces for the hero strategy, but pardon me if I'm blunt, heroes aren't as good as their price tag. Now, before I get beat up in the dark alley by Batman, heroes are a very fun deck to play, and they're actually a really good deck to play. But are they worth the price tag? Oh no. If I gave you the option to get a Hero Adjusted Gold or a triple tactic talent in 3 Nibiru's, what do you think would be the smarter choice? The smart person is going to pick the Adjusted Gold, duh. How else will I be able to search my Dark Calling to be able to spend a lot of money on another Yu-Gi-Oh card that cost way too much? The huge problem with hero decks right now is that, again, they are way too expensive. You can actually build a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck, sometimes even twice over before you make a hero deck. This is simply just way too much money. Unless you are Bruce Wayne, you probably shouldn't be buying these hero cards. I would also like to point out that Batman's technically a villain. I mean, imagine getting a job at some place that you didn't necessarily know what they were doing, but you were security for, and then Batman breaks your jaw and several of your bones just because you existed there. I don't think Batman understands how much health insurance is. Like, several broken bones for being security? He was doing his job. Well, that is all that I have for cards that you should avoid, like the Walking Plague, or avoid like if somebody gave you the opportunity to hop into a DC comic. Of course, if you want to check out some more awesome TheCaliEffect content, then go ahead and check out these videos, as I'll catch you on the next one.